South Asia Today, a show that provides you glimpses of South Asia. I'm your host Pratiksha Mishra. Let's begin with the headlines first. Nepali public voices support for TikTok ban. Gilgit Paramedical Association to hold protest against administration if salaries not revised. And India and Nepal celebrate Diwali with traditional fervour. Let's begin the show. The Indian fashion industry is changing in tandem with consumer demographics as a result of a slow but steady change in consumer behavior. People now are emphasizing more on branded clothes than previously. With that comes the kids' fashion industry, which is booming currently. Going beyond the old conventions, parents these days are bidding for branded clothes. Have a look.
Your body behaves differently when you look fashionable. You look confident. In today's world, who doesn't want to look confident? Guess, almost everyone. With that, the fashion industry has been growing at a promising rate today, and India once again is at the forefront compared to other countries. Not only for adults, but this time, the clothing industry has gone beyond the conventions to fetch something elegant for kids as well. The people in India have gradually seemed to be shifting their preference towards wearing brands. Apparently, we see a lot of increasing interest in parents and families for fashion who are keenly dressing their children in stylish clothing. The Sharma family of Delhi's Krishna Nagar is one such example of many families who, going beyond societal stereotypes, have embraced market trends and are styling their 3-year-old kid, Abir, in fashionable clothes.
My child is very fond of branded clothes, and he always prefer H&M, Zara and Guess brand clothes. These brands are very associated with the soft material, and these clothes are last long, durable, and obviously we prefer these types of clothes with the good track record of reliability and durability. So that's why we prefer branded clothes for kids.
A notion suggests the reason behind the expansion of the kids' clothing industry is a result of rapid urbanization. As India is pacing towards development, the Indian market is quickly responding to the customers' preferences by offering them a variety of options. In this context, Abhi's father and grandmother talk about how the market has gradually evolved from their childhood to now and how people have become more aware of brands these days.
जब मैं छोटा था तब हमारे में ब्रांडेड क्लॉथ्स नहीं चलते थे, तब हम यही लोकल परचेज करते थे. अब जब बच्चे आए हैं तो उसको नीड्स होती है कि हम ये पहने, हम वो पहने, हम ब्रांडेड कपड़े पहने. अब उस टाइम पे इतने ब्रांड्स नहीं थे.
बहुत ही मुझे हैरानी होती देख के. हमारे जब छोटे बच्चे थे तो ये कपड़े नहीं देखते थे, कुछ नहीं करते थे और ना सोचते थे. आजकल छोटे बच्चे भी कहते हैं मैं ये पसंद करता हूँ. ब्रांडेड कपड़े उनको भी बहुत अच्छे लगते हैं और हमें देने में भी बहुत अच्छे लगते हैं.
Moreover, social media has a big role in shaping the decisions of both purchasers and sellers while taking brands into consideration, citing their quality and durability during shopping and designing clothes as the purchaser's comfort. To support a buyer-seller interface, recently the capital city of India, New Delhi, organized the 78th edition of Juniors Fashion Week, which showed a number of emerging kids' clothing brands such as Lee Cooper, Malio, One Friday, Nike, and many more. The fashion show showcased kids ramp walking, donning everything from classic jeans with training cuts to stylish denim jackets, and from floral print dresses to simple yet stylish hoodie t-shirts and trousers.
When we used to see there were different brands for adults, but we used to find very less brands for kids. But when we see now, there are different adults brand who have come up with their kids segment as well, like Lee Cooper. They have their whole range of kids, like for girls as well as for boys. So they have started their own because they have got very good response from the clients that they want to go ahead with their kids for the same brand. And it is like, obviously, so the fashion is, it's growing for the kids as well as for, obviously for adults it was there, but for kids as well it is growing, and kids are very much fashion centric these days, as well as they're also looking for their, their own way of walking, plus they have their own fashion sense these days.
The kids wear market is predominantly unorganized, capturing huge volumes and growing at a rapid rate with lots of changes in the design, taste and trends. According to research studies, India's kids fashion industry has been growing rapidly and is valued at $21.24 billion in 2023. The anticipated growth forecast is also expected to reach a compound annual growth rate of 4.23% by 2029. With the fusion of traditional influences and global market trends, India's branded kids clothing market is evolving and expanding at a high pace, bringing opportunities for both domestic and international brands.
What we are giving in the market is something really this kind of fusion of a lot of things, and yeah, Mulyo is working on different trends that are coming here in the market.
The Indian market for kids apparel is booming at the moment, is flourishing. As you know, the kids of today are getting more and more discerning. They have their own choices, preferences, and they are very well aware due to the exposure that they have towards social media and digital media. So the kids themselves in today's time choose their own apparels, their own looks, their own styles. So the industry is at a pinnacle at the moment, wherein everyone is embracing the trend. People are curating and designing stuff specifically for children.
Parents today have become more fashion conscious as they want their children to look smarter like other kids. On the other side, children have their own decisions and preferences for clothes. They go for easygoing dresses that are fit for play and rest. These factors are becoming the driving force behind the rise of the India's kids fashion industry in the past few years.
Moving on, the popular social media platform TikTok has been banned by the Nepal government, a move that has drawn a lot of attention. The Nepalese public response to this decision has been swift. Citing worries about the content shared on TikTok and its effects on society, reports indicate that a sizable segment of the public is in favor of this decision.
Nepalese citizens reacted positively to the ban on the Chinese video platform TikTok in Nepal, which became the latest nation to ban this app after mounting criticism and complaints. Residents of Chitwan in central Nepal welcomed the decision to ban TikTok. They opined that the ban would have a positive effect on society as a whole.
So while opinions may vary depending on individual perspectives and priorities, I believe it would bring a positive impact to our country by government taking the step of banning TikTok. So primarily, the main issue that needed to be addressed was incorporating legal regulations on TikTok, which was not present in our country. So it created a disparity among people of various communities and religions, which really went against the diversified country of Nepal.
A cabinet meeting in Nepal on Monday decided to ban Chinese social media platform TikTok after mounting complaints of social disharmony in the Himalayan nation. Government of Nepal spokesperson and Minister of Information and Communications Rekha Sharma confirmed that a cabinet meeting decided to ban social media. A complete technical ban would come into effect later. Minister Sharma confirmed that TikTok has been banned in Nepal on a policy level. The technical aspect of banning would take some time. The decision of the government of Nepal comes after content shared over TikTok disrupts social harmony, break off the family, and disrupt societal relations.
टिकटकले अहिले मानिसहरूको अनावश्यक समय खर्चिएको छ, समयलाई बर्बाद गरेको छ, मानिसहरूमा अरूलाई देखाउनका लागि विलासी वस्तुहरू प्रति मानिसको लगानी बढ्दो छ र कतिपय कुराहरू फोटोहरू एनिमेसन गर्ने अनि अरूलाई चाहिँ टिकटकको माध्यमबाट एउटा धम्क्याउने पाराले अथवा अप्रत्यक्ष रूपमा अरूको बारेमा नराम्रो भन्नेहरू पनि आज दिन प्रतिदिन बढ्दै गएको कारणले गर्दा
In the past 4 years and 3 months, Nepal has recorded a total of 1,648 cases of cybercrime in the Cyber Bureau of the Nepal Police, out of which the majority were regarding the contents of TikTok. Chinese social media TikTok does not have any provisions to remove offensive contents. With the latest move, Nepal becomes the most recent country to ban TikTok, which is already banned in over 50 countries.
And now, we take a look at some happenings in Asia in our segment called Asia Watch. With winter setting in, the International Rescue Committee in Afghanistan last week expressed deep concern about the survival of Afghan refugees arriving from Pakistan. Tens of thousands of Afghans, many of whom have lived in Pakistan for decades, have had to leave the country, and authorities are rounding up many more in raids. Pakistan said that its move to expel hundreds of thousands of undocumented Afghans was a response to the unwillingness of the Taliban-led administration to act against militants using Afghanistan to carry out attacks in Pakistan. A spokesman for the Taliban administration, Zabihullah Mujahid, in a statement denied the accusations. The IRC is providing healthcare, psychosocial support and hygiene services to thousands of Afghans returnees arriving at camps in Tokharam, Nangarhar. Kabirul Bashir, an entomologist and geology professor at Jahangirnagar University in the capital Dhaka, has spent the good part of his career studying mosquitoes, hoping to find ways to prevent the spread of mosquito-borne diseases, including dengue fever. But out of his 25 years of research, he had never seen such severe an outbreak as that recorded in Bangladesh this year. The death toll from Bangladesh's worst dengue outbreak on record has topped 1,400 so far this year, official data showed, with hospitals struggling to make space for patients as the disease spreads rapidly in the densely populated country. At least 1,449 people have died so far in 2023 and nearly 290,000 infected, the data showed, making this the deadliest year since the first recorded epidemic in 2000. A total of 856 people died of dengue in the previous 23 years, while this is the first time dengue was found in all of the 64 districts of the country. Sri Lanka's government announced a smaller than expected expansion in its budget for 2024 this week, while projecting a significant jump in revenues crucial to keep its bailout program from the International Monetary Fund afloat. The government set a budget deficit target of 2.85 trillion Sri Lankan rupees in 2024, or 9.1% of GDP, higher than the revised 8.5% of GDP in the current year. The original target for this year was 7.9%. The government also projected total tax revenue at 4.1 trillion rupees for next year, sharply higher than 2.85 trillion rupees in the current year, with the biggest jump coming from the goods and services tax receipts, the budget document showed. The doctors and paramedic staff in the illegally occupied Gilgit-Baltistan are finding it hard to continue serving patients in public hospitals. For decades, the administration has been turning a blind eye to the health infrastructure and the issues of doctors and paramedical staff. After years of service in public hospitals in Gilgit-Baltistan, the paramedic staff complain they are still under the same basic pay scale as it was during their joining. The Gilgit-Baltistan Paramedical Association held a press conference recently to raise issues the paramedics have been facing for years. We have a report.
The Gilgit-Baltistan Paramedical Association held a press conference in Gilgit, raising several issues pertaining to salaries of the paramedic staff and dwindling health infrastructure. The paramedical staff for years has been demanding the release of notification from the administration regarding implementation of the revised service structure of 2011. They say many employees in paramedics have served for more than 3 decades, but still their basic pay scale is the same as was when they joined the service.
रिवाइज सर्विस स्ट्रक्चर का मतलब ये कि इसके अंदर हमारे बहुत सारे पैरामेडिकल स्टाफ है जिनकी 30 से 40 साल और 37 साल जॉब हो चुकी है, जो आज भी बीपीएस नाव पे ही हैं, क्योंकि पैरामेडिकल स्टाफ के अंदर बहुत सारे मामलात ऐसे हैं जो कम लेवल पे डीपीएसियाँ हो रही है, जो न होने के बराबर हैं। इस वजह से हमारे बहुत सारे स्टाफ जो हैं मुतासिर, और हालिया दिनों पे और मौजूदा उसमें भी बहुत सारे स्टाफ जो हैं हमारे रिटायर भी हो चुके हैं वहीं बीपीएस नाव पे।
During disasters, the paramedical staff are the first to reach the victims and ensure medical assistance to the injured ones. The paramedic staff stays on duty round the clock to provide medical aid to the patients in any untoward situation.
रूल के हिसाब से, कानून के हिसाब से सरकारी मुलाजिम की जो ड्यूटी होती है 8 घंटे की होती है। हम 8 घंटे के बजाय यहाँ 24-48 घंटा ड्यूटियाँ कर रहे हैं। उसके अलावा फिर डिजास्टर हो, दिगर जो वबा हो, उस वबा के अंदर भी हमारे जो पैरामेडिकल स्टाफ हैं, बिलखुसूस यहाँ की जो स्टाफ हैं, तमाम पैरामेडिकल स्टाफ हैं, वो बिल्कुल दूर दराज से भी आके यहाँ पे दुखी इंसान की खिदमत कर रहे हैं और मरीज़ों की खिदमत में खड़े हुए हैं। उसके बावजूद हमारे साथ ये सितम ज़रीफ़ी हैं। मैं हुकाम बाला को एज ए पैरामेडिकल एसोसिएशन ज़िला गिलगित का नुमाइंदा होने के नाते गुजारिश कर रहा हूँ, रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ, हमें मजबूर न किया जाए कि हम दोबारा यहाँ इलाके के लोगों को मुतासिर करें, यहाँ इलाके के मरीज़ों को मुतासिर करें। हम यहाँ इलाके के मरीज़ों के साथ फिर कोई जुल्म ज़्यादती हो, फिर कोई कैजुअल्टी रोनमा हो कि एहतजाज की वजह से यहाँ के बेचारे गरीब जो लोग हॉस्पिटलों में आ रहे हैं, 1 घंटे के लिए भी अगर हॉस्पिटल बंद होती है तो ये मुतासिर होते हैं।
The improvised region of Gilgit-Baltistan doesn't have many hospitals to cater the local population. In such a scenario, if the doctors and paramedical staff go on strike, it would raise havoc in Gilgit-Baltistan. The Gilgit Paramedical Association doesn't want this kind of situation to arise, but the administration, they say, is forcing them by not giving heed to their issues.
Festivals are a part of people's lifestyles that bring joy and positivity. Recently, India and neighbouring Nepal celebrated the Diwali festival, also referred to as Deepavali. The festival holds cultural as well as religious significance, which not only binds families and society as one, but also inspires mankind to always choose the right. Let's have a look.
Festivities in India are a way to preserve its age-old traditional values and ancient culture. Festivals not only bring enthusiasm and strengthen the bond of community, but also reinforce their significance among the younger generations. The Festival of Light, Diwali, often called Deepavali, was recently observed in India and around the world. The name Deepavali comes from the Sanskrit word Deepa and Avli, which means light and row. The Diwali festival is celebrated in the Hindu lunar month of Kartik on the darkest of nights, which usually falls between mid-October and November. The festival is considered auspicious as people celebrate new beginnings and prosperity.
Every year, this is one festival that we all come together, no matter what, wherever we are. We come together and we celebrate this festival so well.
The 5-day-long festivity begins with Dhanteras, a day on which people purchase new utensils, jewelry, property and vehicles and worship Lord Dhanvantari for prosperity. The next day is Narak Chaturthi. On the following day, people celebrate the victory of Hindu god Krishna over the demon Narkasur by taking an oil bath to cleanse themselves from negativity. Apparently, the third day marks the main day of the festival, also known as Lakshmi Puja. People decorate their homes with colorful designs using color powder, also called Rangoli, along with diyas to welcome goddess Lakshmi and Ganesh.
आज के दिन में यही दुआ मांगा हिंदू मुसलमानों में आपस में घर पर भाईचारा रहे, प्यार रहे आपस में। दिवाली के दिन हम दिया पटाखे फोड़ते हैं और दिया जलाते हैं, खाना बनाते हैं अच्छा और एक दूसरे को बांटते हैं, प्यार मोहब्बत आपस में प्यार करके बैठते हैं।
The Diwali festival is also led by the bursting of crackers and fireworks at night. Meanwhile, devotees worship the idols of goddess Lakshmi and Ganesh for prosperity and peace of their families. According to Hindu mythology, on this day, Lord Ram returned to his kingdom Ayodhya after the exile of 14 years, and his homecoming was celebrated with lighting earthen lamps. Moreover, people around Indian states hold exhibitions and organize Diwali fairs where artisans as well as craftsmen show their creativity. Meanwhile, people in Nepal too celebrate 5-day festivities of Diwali or Tihar festival with religious fervor. Tihar is a 5-day festival celebrated in Nepal. It is also known as Festival of Lights and Flowers, as these two things are the most widely used items during the celebration. On first day of the festival, crow is worshipped. Dogs are worshipped on second day. On third day, cow and goddess Lakshmi is worshipped, which in India is called Diwali. Fourth day, ox is worshipped. Fifth day of festival is observed as Bhai Tika, where sisters put tika on brother's forehead, praying for his protection and long life.
I believe that dogs are the most friendliest and the loyal animals on the planet, and today is Kukur Tihar, and it is a festival that we celebrate in Nepal to respect dogs for their loyalty and friendship and helping all the human beings all around the world. And I believe that every country should learn from Nepal to respect dogs and treat them with kindness.
A festival like Diwali is crucial to mankind, as this not only brings families together but also inspires one to pursue the right path by helping those in need. Entire India and Nepal are bathed in the soft glow of light and warmth emanating from every household, making it a truly wondrous sight to behold.
It's time for me to wrap up today's episode. We'll be back next week at the same time. This is Pratiksha Mishra signing off on behalf of the entire production team of South Asia Today. Goodbye and take care.